Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only Dawg Knight.
All right. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as Dawg Knight on the internet. And welcome back to the Dawg Knight Channel, where we are doing debate prep. We're gonna get into the issues and hide in the what is that fly doing there? You can't see it, but I can. Hide in the Camp David until the last minute and drive up and get a little B12 shot in the butt and some Adderall and see if we can get through this thing without falling asleep. Yes, it is debate night. Donald Trump versus the Sundowner Joe. Yes. Now, something about this debate already smells bad, as you know. And it's not just, either of the candidates' diapers. Obviously, this is the earliest we've ever had a presidential debate. Why? Well, because in theory, the presumptive nominees are the ones who are going to be on stage tonight, right? The presumptive nominees for the Republicans and the Democrats are going to be on the stage tonight. But there hasn't even been a nomination yet. We haven't gone to the conventions. We haven't had the nominations. Usually they wait till September, October, to have the debates closer to the actual event called voting, right? And yet we're doing this debate early on because Biden thought he was going to, act like a tough guy and say, oh, you won't debate me. And Trump's like, I'll debate you anytime you want. He's like, well, let's do it now. Well, I don't know. Is that because the Democrats need a trial run to make sure that Joe can handle a second debate, or will they have a second debate? But of course, what they do is they have it it's a handicap match, as you know. Joseph Biden gets to have Jake Tapper and Dana Bash assist for the debate, so that's going to be interesting. So we're going to watch it tonight. If I do it tonight, I'm not going to be on YouTube though. It's going to be on Rumble. I will start the show on YouTube briefly, but then it's gonna be a Rumble show because this is CNN is kind of strike happy, and I don't need to put up with their bullshit. I don't need to take time off my channel for a debate that is gonna be. Look, I think the debate tonight is going to be wildly anticlimactic. Okay, unless of course. Oh, Tits. Yes, I'm sorry. And her name is Tits. Thank you, Avocado Diabli. Unless, of course, Joe Biden has one of his major flubs, or look, here's the thing. Here's a lie that's going to be told. I'm predicting this one right now. There's a lie that's going to be told right off the bat by Joe Biden. And look, Dana Bash and Jake Tapper are going to constantly point out when Trump tells something they don't believe is true. But there's going to be a lie that Joe Biden's going to trot out like he has done, well, ever since he first started running for president in the cycle of 2020. Is that the reason he got in this race is because he saw those people down there in Charlottesville snarling, coming up through the bushes with torches. No, not. And that part of that alone is a lie, because they didn't come out of the bushes. They were marching down the street with tiki torches. He makes it sound like they were snarling, coming up out of the woods trying to go lynch somebody with big old torches and a burning cross. Now look, those guys were dickheads, but that's not what they did. And then he's going to use the very fine people claim. Trump called them very fine people. Now here's my prediction. If he says that, Trump will deny it, and Jake Tapper and Dana Bash will not correct it, even though we just read that Snopes, after 7 years of hearing that bullshit, has said that that is not true. Donald Trump did not call the neo-Nazis and KKK, whatever, very fine people. In fact, he specifically said, no, they are not. Those are not those people. They need to be condemned. He's basically, in my own paraphrasing, he said, fuck them. I'm just talking about the people who came out there to, maybe honor relatives there, the statues or whatever, didn't want the statues taken down. So, anyway, that's my prediction, is that he's going to make that claim. Trump will call it out, but Dana Bash and Jake Tapper will say nothing because they are not there to call out anything that Biden says that's a lie, which there are many lies that he will tell. I created 15 million jobs. No, you didn't. You didn't create 15 million jobs. But they will, Jake Tapper and Dana Bash, tits and balls, as Avocados Diablo calls them, will constantly try to fact check Donald Trump in real time. So it's going to be interesting. I didn't check with Lady Boomer on this if we have anything planned. I don't think we do, so I probably will do this. I don't even know what time the damn debate is. Does anyone know what time? Let's give me an Eastern time for this debate. I'm not even 100% sure. But anyway, let's get into our show because I've got a lot of tabs open. There's some stuff to talk about. I wanted to preview the debate some, and I have some articles that kind of do that. And oh, by the way, it didn't even dawn on me. So we talked. I do have my cup of reparations coffee too. And my Fossil Trace tumbler today. Fossil Trace is a golf course it's near Golden, Colorado. It's a lovely course, very scenic. In fact, they call it Fossil Trace because there's an archaeological dig that was on that golf course, and there's a place on, I think, the 11th hole where you can walk up, and there's exposed fossils in the rocks that you can go look at while you're walking by, especially if you happen to hook one out in the left side of the course. So anyway, let's say hi to everybody and get the show on, because it's kind of a not random, but there's some random things going on that are newsworthy that we'll talk about. And then we'll maybe have some time to preview the debate a little bit, unless somebody hijacks the show, which if someone wants to hijack the show, you know what to do. Okay. Just to hijack that show. Anyway, first in chat over on Rumble. Did I not do, I didn't, hang on a second. I'm failing. Hang on. Let me fix this before. I got to restart the stream labels because there is no superstar sponsor of the day yet. And there we go. Okay. First in the chat over on Rumble is Mr. Avocados Diablo, who gets the bell. Maybe. There we go. I knew there was a bell in there somewhere. Is my volume down? What the hell's going on here? There we go. Is that right? Okay, there we go. It's good. Also, good morning. Jimmy Das Hotep's in the house. Nice to see you, brother. And also, Phantom Dog Fart, the greatest name in the history of the internet. And also, Dumbass Says. That's a new name. Good morning to you two. I'm not sure who Dumbass Says. You might be a regular, you might be new, but I'm glad you're here. And it's hanging just right. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about it. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, you would not know that Dumbass said, good morning, dog. How's it hanging? Well, it's hanging just fine. All right. On YouTube, first in chat. Oh my gosh, what did I do there? I forgot to do the live chat. Well, I don't think I have enough people to worry about live chat versus top chat. But anyway, first in chat over on YouTube is also Avocados Diablo, who gets the bell. Good morning, sir. And then the rest of these are not going to be order. I know Jimmy Das Hotep's over there too. Good morning, sir. Good morning also to JMK, Lord Stanhope, and on 1, 2, 3, Sure You Gospel's in the house, Darren Root, JMK, I said JMK already, who else? Lord Stanhope's here, Aaron Meredith, wait, okay, Zed the Snarky, good morning, also Anonymity, T2, I'll be back, is here, Willie is in the house. You don't have to go home. I'd like you to stay. Please, won't you stay with me? Well, not like that. That's weird. Okay. Also, good morning. Who else is here? I asked to see this thing jumped on me, so I don't even know if I've said these names yet. I haven't said that. Jaeger Pony, my favorite Canadian, is here. Good morning. GDSOB. I think that's everybody. Is that about everybody? That's close. I didn't say your name. Just say, hey, fucker, say my name. Say my name, say my name. And don't forget about you. Okay, I'm in a singing mood today. I don't know why. I like to sing. I like to sing. And I like, oh gosh, this is stupid. Oh, there's a trend on the internet that I'm not even going to go into it because it's too deep. But there's people on X, the app formerly known as Twitter, now calling the NBA the MNBA. Well, and there's a problem with that because it's not the men's NBA. The NBA is an open, what do you call it? Open to whoever can make it league. So if there's a woman who could make it the NBA, that woman would be in the NBA. But as opposed to the WNBA, which is specifically for women. Of course, I'm not sure the NBA is going to continue to know how to define woman, but Pat's in the house. What up, Pat? How you doing, man? Good to see you. That'd be your boy, Pat. Also, Reese Donald's here. Amazing Disgrace is here. And I'm sure I'm missing people. Anyway, so it's stupid. But if you really want to know what they're doing, because and it's funny, they say, I love hearing about all these men getting triggered for us saying MNBA. Well, you know what? Since the NBA is the only reason the WNBA exists, you may want to just count your fucking blessings and shut the fuck up. So anyway, good morning. Number one is here too. Good. All right, let's go. Let's get into things that are happening though, because wait. Before, see, I'm a little disjointed today. First, before I go into anything, thank you to the people who are sharing the show. If you're not sharing the stream, I don't think you really care about me. No, the Morning Night Live is brought to you by you, the viewers of the Morning Night Live. Please hit the like button, share the stream, and if you want to sponsor the show, you can do super chats or rumble rants. But the best place to donate to this show is pdognight.live. It's a link popping up in the Streamlabs link in the chat on YouTube, because then you're not giving your money to the CEO of YouTube or Google or whatever, and rumble rants, whatever. And especially if you use a credit card. See, if you use a credit card, then I just get charged a credit card fee, and then your donation actually comes to me. If you do it through PayPal, that's fine, but the PayPal takes their little chunk too. But whatever, I'm happy if you want to sponsor the show. I can always use help with the cable bill. So there you go. Cable internet. I don't have cable. I know I'm actually a boomer, like a real boomer. Like I'm the last boomer, remember? Because 64 is the last boomer, but I'm not that much of a boomer. Come on, man. Come on, man. Where is that?
Come on, man.
All right. Thank you, Swamp Fox Ghost, Jimmy Das, Hotep, Zed the Snarky, and Sure You Gospel, Somnambule Nation. And that's everybody. Thank you for sharing the show. That it's very important that happens. Even if we don't get a ton of people from it, we get a few here and there, and I appreciate it more than you know. All right, and let's get into the day. Today, well, the special day of the day is where is that? There we go. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble. Special day of the day. We have a day thing ever so often on the show. Today's special day, it is National Sunglasses Day. Now, this is interesting to me. Only because, now, and then this says, someone here says, post someone in shades from TV or film. And so now I don't even know what this movie is called. This is the one where he has the sunglasses that when he puts them on, he sees what's really happening, and he takes them off and he sees something, and puts them on, he sees something else. Hello, Maddie, by the way. Is that what it's called? They Live? I don't know. Okay, thanks. It's Hawk-Tuah month too. Yes, it's Hawk-Tuah month. So anyway, it's National Sunglasses Day, and it makes me wonder if it has anything to do with the celebrity birthday of the day, which is it's Helen Keller's birthday. And I'm like, is that just poor timing? Is that just coincidence? What the hell is that about? Anyway, Helen Keller was born on this day in 1880, and there's something weird about this. She's trending because of that, but the thing is, apparently, there's a bunch of people on TikTok. You know TikTok, everyone's favorite app. There's a bunch of people on TikTok who do not believe Helen Keller was real. And I'm like, well, why wouldn't she be real? So it's kind of concerning. This person says, I honestly thought it was a joke, but no, they're really serious. So here it is. Here's one of these people who are claiming Helen Keller is not real. It says, I would say she is the most infuriating person ever. I hate her. If there's no Helen Keller haters, I'm dead. There's no way this woman is real, deaf, blind, and mute. And she flew a plane. Wait, what do you mean she flew a plane? Who said she flew a plane? Are they getting Helen Keller confused with Amelia Earhart? I don't know what that means. You tell me how she even knew what a plane was. This girl didn't even know what she was. Like what? And wrote a book? Like, how did she know words? No thanks. By Helen Keller's phony. I don't know what to say to that. I have no idea how to respond to that other than, is there any way? Okay, let me ask. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. Here's our first poll of the show. Hang on. What the hell? What the hell's going on my computer here? Was Helen Keller real? There you go. There's our poll question. And if any of you answer no, I'm kicking your ass. I'm sorry. She was a historical human being. They have pictures of her. Now, this just because they didn't. I don't know. Just because you don't live in the same time, they figured out how to get her to communicate. Anyway, that's just dumb. Okay, other things trending. Prince Harry is trending. And this may seem weird to you because Prince Harry, you wouldn't associate Prince Harry with sports. You know, Prince Harry, the redhead one that's with Meghan Markle. So Prince Harry is going to receive an ESPY at the ESPYs, the ESPN, the sports awards where they do the random sports things. He's going to receive the Pat Tillman Award for Service at the ESPY Awards. Now, why? You wouldn't normally associate Prince Harry with sports. And I was like, what? Why would he be getting an ESPY? Until I figured out why. And actually, I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. Why? Because Prince Harry is the founder of the Invictus Games. Now, that's also trending. The Invictus Games is an international adaptive sports competition for the ill and injured servicemen and women. And so it's absolutely appropriate that he would get a Pat Tillman Award. You know what I mean? This is kind of cool. And let's see, there's a thing here. After learning he would receive the Pat Tillman Award for his service to wounded warriors and the Invictus Games, Prince Harry said the award recognized the dedication and service of the entire community. So you know what? Normally I would be making fun of this whole idea that Prince Harry's getting an ESPY, but I'm just going to say, okay, that's cool. I'll allow it. And if you don't know who Pat Tillman is, Pat Tillman's the guy who played for the Arizona Cardinals. He ended up leaving during the Gulf War. And unfortunately, he got killed by friendly fire, but he went into service and was killed, I think, in Afghanistan, maybe. But he was an NFL safety, a highly touted NFL safety who gave up his NFL career to serve the country after, we went to war. Whether the auspices of why that war started is correct or not, he answer the call. So other people receiving awards are the Arthur Ashe Award, which is going to go to Steve Gleason. I guess he's a paraplegic. Dawn Staley's going to get the Jimmy V Award for perseverance. She's the coach of the South Carolina women's basketball team that went 38-0 this year and won the national championship. And then Prince Harry's going to get a Pat Tillman Award for service. So if you're into the ESPYs, there you go. That's that. But I was going to make fun of it at first, but then I thought, that's actually kind of cool what he did. And, making these games for people who are injured in the service of their countries. So good for Prince Harry. All right, moving on. Walgreens is trending because they're going to be closing a lot of stores, unfortunately. Drugstores are disappearing. Rite Aid went bankrupt. CVS closed 900 stores. And now Walgreens is closing 25% of its 8,600 stores. And now I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if this is Biden economy stuff. It kind of is. But I don't know how these stores could be going. Well, Rite Aid going bankrupt is interesting because, they serve smaller communities, and it's unfortunate that they're doing this. So anyway, Walgreens to close a significant number of 8,600 stores. Here's This is CNN article. Walgreens closed a significant number of U.S. stores, shutting down many unprofitable locations. Now, that's a interesting way to put it. I want this to fit on the screen. There we go. Unprofitable locations. Now, unfortunately, a lot of unprofitable locations are being robbed to death. But anyway, New York, Walgreens is set to close a substantial number of its roughly 8,600 locations across the United States as the company looks to reset the struggling pharmaceutical chain's business. The company didn't announce specific number of stores closures, but said Thursday that it is planning significant closures of underperforming stores across America as part of a multi-year optimization program. CEO Tim Wentworth said on a call with analysts Thursdays that the changes are imminent for roughly 25% of the stores that aren't profitable, and Walgreens' strategic review will include the closure of a significant portion of these underperforming stores. We are at a point where the current pharmacy model is not sustainable and challenges in our operating environment. We require an approach. It requires we approach the market differently, he said. You know what? I think maybe this is also probably due to the fact that Walmart, Target, several food chains also have pharmacies now, and the standalone drugstore probably is hurt by that. I don't know. But also the fact that in many places they're just getting robbed blind. But I don't know if that's for 25% of the stores. It's not that. It's not the theft that's causing it. So anyway, it is indicative of what's going on in the economy, but it's also indicative of just changes in how the retail market has evolved. So anyway, also in the news, Coinbase and the FDIC are in the news, and that's because Coinbase, here we go. There it goes. It's working. Coinbase, the U.S. government declared Coinbase an illegal brokerage and then proceeded to use Coinbase as its brokerages. The U.S. government just sent 4,000 Bitcoins to Coinbase. So anyway, Coinbase is suing the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, alleging regulators are trying to cripple the crypto industry. So that's interesting. I wish if I knew more about the crypto industry, I would be, going, oh shit, wow. But some of you would find that news. Now, here's the other thing. The USA, apparently, it says the USA is dumping Bitcoin on your head. 60 minutes ago, another $241 million was sent to Coinbase because someone else was convicted of a crime. The government is now harming the value of your coins. Why not burn the coins like they do weed and coke? So I wish I understood the whole thing more. Some of you, that's going to be news. And I'm trying to find an article on this that would explain it more, but there are none in the trending topic. It's just here, let's try this one. Oh, they're also suing the FDIC. So here it is. Coinbase is suing the SEC and FDIC over crypto regulation in the U.S. In a court filing shared by Caitlin Long, whoever that is, Coinbase said the federal banking agencies have used every regulatory tool at their disposal to cripple the digital asset industry. The lawsuit aims to get access to internal documents. Coinbase alleges these documents will reveal a coordinated effort by regulators to hinder their digital asset industry by pressuring banks to deny services to crypto firms. Coinbase seeks transparency from the government regarding regulatory actions impacting the crypto sector, highlighting their legal offensive to challenge regulatory pressure and seek clarity. So, yeah, so that probably makes sense to some of you. I'm such a midget when it comes to the idea of, oh, is that offensive? Oh God, little people. When it comes to that type of information. All right, thank you, Avocados Diablo, first sponsor of the show, and you are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you, Avocados Diablo. Dropping a small bullet in the tip jar at 223. He says, Walgreens bought up a bunch of CVS stores, specifically shut them down 2 years ago or so. They are also making up for having built too many stores to begin with. The town I live in literally had five until recently, 3 of which were dead. Yeah, that's the other thing. They did try to, I guess, corner the market on corner drugstores when they bought a bunch of CVS. So it makes sense. They probably have too many stores. In fact, it's funny because I have... how many Walgreens do I have within? I have 2 Walgreens within 1 mile of my house. One that way and one that way. And I may have been in the one up there a couple times. I get most of when I get prescription drugs, I go to CVS because my insurance plan goes there. But yeah, there's a lot of Walgreens. They're almost like the McDonald's of drugstores. So anyway, thank you, Avocados Diablo. I appreciate it. And you are the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. All right. And so that's why the Coinbase and the FDIC are trending. Also in the news. What is this? Okay, it's frozen. Oh, Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson's trending. Now, I haven't watched it, but we're gonna watch it here, and we're going to oh my gosh, 23 minutes long. Let's do all right, we're going to do a 5-minute video. I haven't seen this, but it says Tucker Carlson nukes liberal reporter after asking her to give an example to back up her claim. So we're going to watch this little tidbit from, I don't know, is this from the Tucker Carlson network? I don't know. There's a full length one of the, I guess, a debate. But we're going to watch a 5-minute segment of it, and we're going to react live to Mr. Tucker Carlson. Here we go. This is a lot of people posted this, so let's watch it. Okay, here we go. And this is at the Hyatt Hotel Canberra in Australia. Shall we? Tucker Carlson interview is dope. Well, I'm going to find out. We're going to watch a small part of it. So he nukes, the title is Tucker Carlson nukes liberal Australian reporter. So here we go.
So much for your address today. So you talked a little bit about immigration, and in the past you've talked about how white Australians, Americans, Europeans are being replaced by non-white immigrants in what is often referred to as the Great Replacement Theory. This is the same...
Have I said that whites are being replaced?
Well...
I don't think I said that.
Well, it's been mentioned on your show 4,000 times. And
really, when did...
Whites? Did he say whites? No, because look, before they go any farther. Now, sure, some of the knuckleheads like the Nick Fuenteses of the world and shit probably are worried about white people being replaced. But if you go to many black communities in America today, including Chicago, Bronx, Boston, the black area of Boston, and any place where these illegal border crossers have shown up en masse and have been getting government subsidies to live in those areas, you will hear many, many black people espouse the idea that we're being replaced. Now, that sounds quite familiar when it comes to them asking a question about the Great Replacement Theory, because it's not about white people being replaced. It's about Americans being replaced. Now, in some ways, immigration is important because our birth rates are low and we certainly can use people, but we don't want people coming in willy-nilly, and especially dangerous people who kill, grape, and murder people, okay? So I'm just saying, but I also I don't know that I'm sure if you would actually heard him say replacing white people, I think that clip of him saying the Great Replacement Theory, that they're replacing white people, would be all over the internet every day for the rest of your life. You would never be able to get away from it because they would be claiming that Tucker Carlson's a racist because he thinks they're replacing white people. So anyway, let's get back into this little bit of back and forth between Tucker Carlson and the Australian reporter.
Whites are being replaced?
Well,
I don't think I said that.
well, it's been mentioned on your show 4,000 times, and
Really, when did I say that?
on your
I
show
said
on
whites
Fox?
are being replaced?
You have said that before.
Really?
Yeah.
I would challenge you to cite that because I'm pretty sure I haven't said that. I said
I mean-
native-born Americans are being replaced, including blacks.
Native-born Americans.
Native-born Americans.
And
Americans who, like black Americans, African Americans have been in the United States for, in many cases, their families over 400 years. And their concerns are every bit as real and valid and alive to me as the concerns of white people whose families have been there 400 years. So
Yep.
I've never said that whites
Yep.
are being replaced. Not one time. And
I
you can't
believe
cite
that's
it.
untrue.
So we just met, but when our relationship starts with a lie, it makes it tough to be friends. So
well,
let's,
I mean, you've been
let,
lying
let's
about
pull
my
that back.
press
I'm
gallery
happy to
colleagues all
explain what I
morning
do
as well,
think.
So.
Well, you actually can't say it because I didn't say it, and I don't believe it. And I'm telling you that to your face, so why don't you just accept me at face value? My
Well, because it's
concern
not
is
true.
that the people who are born in the country are the main responsibility of its leaders. And as noted earlier, when those leaders shift their concern from the people whose responsibility it is to take care of to people around the world to put their priorities above that of their own citizens, that's immoral. And they are being replaced in my country, people who are born in the United States. And the birth rate tells the whole story. They are not at replacement rate. And so the U.S. population is growing because we're importing people from other countries. And my view is that happy people have children, and a functioning economy allows them to do that. And we don't have that. And so you need to fix the economy and fix the culture and make it so that people who want to have kids can. You don't just go for the quick sugar fix of importing new people. Like, that's my position. And if you think that's racist, that's your problem.
I never called you.
Now, I appreciate the point Tucker Carlson is making here, and I agree. But here's the other part of this. So I say it often because people get a little touchy about the words America first too. And again, this is the thing: you got to take care of the people in your own country. You have to have your own country be healthy before you can go out and help everybody else. And that is my airplane theory of America first, with the putting on your mask before you go and help others. Otherwise, you may die and you won't be able to help others. That's kind of what that little thing he just said there. Almost paraphrase what I've been saying for a long time. Anyway, let's see what else goes on here.
You're racist.
But of course you are suggesting, and
Well,
I
you're
must say,
also
one of the
suggesting that
reasons
white
people
people-
don't like people like you in the media is that you never say exactly what you mean. Your slurs are all by implication, and you're about to tell me the Great Replacement Theory is racist or anti-Semitic, whatever. I've said what I've said to you right now like 100 times in public. I hope to, if I live long enough, say it 100 more times. I think it's completely honest and real, not racist or scary. It's factually true. It's not a theory, it's a fact. And the whole point of your question was to be like, you're a scary racist.
Well, I haven't
And
actually
my
finished my
response is, no,
question.
I'm not. Okay, well, how about no more lying in your questions, and then I'll answer it.
Okay. Well, this is the same theory, or as you say, idea, that has inspired the New York Buffalo shooting, where 11 black Americans
come
were killed.
on.
2
You know
white
what I mean?
Americans were killed.
Like,
And it's also
okay,
inspired.
it's not. First of all,
It's inspired the worst, one of the worst Australian guns
how do
of
they
all
get
time
people
to
this
shoot
stupid in the media? I guess it doesn't pay well.
Oh, shit.
Look, I'm sorry. I've lived among people like you for too long, and I don't mean to call you stupid. Maybe you're just pretending to be, but I've never. I'm totally against violence. I'm totally against the war in Ukraine, for example, which doubtless you support. And like all dutiful liberals, support more carnage. I don't. I hate mass shootings, actually. Nothing I said, what does it mean to inspire something? My views are not bigoted against any group. They're honest. They're factual. That's not hate. That's reality. And my views derive from my deep concern for Americans, actually. Americans aren't having kids because they can't afford to. And nobody in charge cares. And so that's my position. That doesn't inspire mass shootings. How dare you try to tie me to some lunatic who murdered people? How dare you, actually? And in fact, I mean, do you know what I mean? I mean,
look, and this is, I appreciate this because this is how every conservative, or even, not even conservative, just anyone who speaks to things that are happening in the world, when people challenge them in this very dishonest way, this is how that should be handled all the time. This is one of the reasons why, like, Vivek, even though I'm not necessarily a fan of Vivek, but I appreciate his ability to answer questions in this way. That's why I appreciate Byron Donalds. He is very good at peeling away all the bullshit that these people try to imply or try to push, try to blame them for, and just give straight answers with facts and just, I hate to say facts and logic. That's so 2016, but it is facts and logic, and having an honest conversation, because the reporter's not trying to have an honest conversation. She was obviously the premise of her original question was to smear Tucker Carlson as a white nationalist, racist, whatever, fuckwad, and he's not having it. And so challenging her to actually come up with something that he actually said is a great way to disarm these assholes.
Hitler wore those shoes. A lot of people are saying that you're like Hitler. Can you explain those shoes? Hitler wore exactly the same shoes, and you're like, I've got nothing to do with Hitler. Well, that's how I feel about your absurd, disingenuous question.
Right, so therefore you support gun control?
What? I thought it couldn't
don't
get
want any more
dumber, but it
shootings?
did. No, I don't support disarming law-abiding people so they can't defend themselves. So the government has a monopoly on violence? I don't think so. First of all, in my country, that's illegal, as you know. But moreover, it should be illegal in every country. A sovereign person has the right to defend himself and his family. Period. And that said, I'm totally opposed to harming anyone. Anyone. Have you been calling? Are you concerned about the war in Ukraine? And the countless innocents being murdered there every single day? I doubt you are. Probably Putin bad. I am. I'm a Christian. I hate violence. I hate mass shootings. I have guns at home, and often on my person when I'm in the United States, I'm proud to say, because I want to defend myself and those I love against violence. That's the point. I'm not perpetrating crimes. I'm not shooting strangers. I'm defending what I love. And if you're against that, I guess I would ask why. Why would you be against that?
Well, so you don't think you harbor any kind of responsibility for these hate crimes?
Holy shit! Oh my God! She's not listening at all. Hello, Selected Boy. How you doing?
Yeah,
She's
boy.
not listening at all. You don't. What? Listen to that question again. Hang on. I can't believe she asked that after what he just said.
I'm not shooting strangers. I'm defending what I love. And if you're against that, I guess I would ask why. Why would you be against that?
Well, so you don't think you harbor any kind of responsibility for these hate crimes?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to be charitable. I'm trying to be charitable.
Is she
I was like,
just a troll?
maybe you're just pretending to be dumb. Now I don't think it's an act.
Oh my God.
Tucker, thank you.
All right. Anyway, that's the clip that everyone's laughing about. If you want to watch the entire, hang on, let me see here. There we go. If you want to watch the entire interview, I guess there's. Oh, I see this. Meet the Australian Media. I'll put a separate link to the entire interview. I'm going to watch it later because now that I see this, I'm very curious. All right, let's move on. Brian Kemp, the governor of Georgia, is trending, and here's an interesting. This is one of those things that. Oh shit! Am I stuck? Nope, we're good. All right, this is one of those interesting things that our social media does. So Brian Kemp is on this interview with Caitlin Collins, who's the dumbass. So she posted this on X today. New. On the eve of the debate, Governor Brian Kemp reveals he didn't vote for Donald Trump in the state's Republican primary. And then she only does the quote, "I didn't vote for him." That's in parentheses. That's her post. Okay, and so I have a bunch of people on X posting this. This is not the flex he thinks it is. The sitting governor of Georgia admitting he did not vote for anyone in a presidential primary is nothing to be celebrated. It's an act of cowardice. Kemp is a political amoeba. Don't get fooled by him again. Okay, that's someone who's complaining because of probably thinks he should vote for Trump. Caitlin Collins again. Here it is. She posts again. The day before the debate, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp reveals he didn't vote for Donald Trump in the primary. He didn't vote for anybody. I voted, but I didn't vote for anybody. You didn't vote for Donald Trump. I didn't vote for anybody. Brian Kemp didn't vote for blah, 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 blah. So now what's interesting is someone up here says, wait a minute. Brian Kemp actually said he didn't bother voting in the primary because the race was over by the time he got to Georgia. He also said he will support the ticket in November, aka he will vote for Trump. Republicans are more united now than ever. Meanwhile, the blah, 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 blah. Democrats are becoming for the divide. So here's what Alex Brushewitz posts from that interview. It's interesting how people will just pick out whatever they want to hear in interviews. Hello, John Arnott and Rod Line too. So here's what he posts here. Let's see what Brian Kemp says here.
If I didn't vote for anybody.
You didn't
the
vote?
race was already over when the primary got here.
But you didn't vote for Donald Trump?
I didn't vote for anybody.
Why not?
Because the race is over with.
So he
Wow. That's pretty interesting.
Well, I wanted to go vote. I always try to go vote and, play a part in it. But look, at that point, it didn't really matter. I've said for a long time, as you know, I'm going to support the ticket. That's what I'm doing now.
But there were a lot of other Republicans.
now
If I didn't vote for anybody.
Now, I'm comparing that portion of the interview, portion of the interview, with what Caitlin Collins posted. I mean, she made it sound like he specifically wasn't voting for Donald Trump, but he said that he wasn't really voting in the primary because it was already over. So it's, I don't understand why she said that. Now let's see the clip that she put a little bit longer clip on here, I believe. Okay, she put a minute 50. Let's watch the whole minute 50. I'm curious now. Here's what she posted. Because her words doesn't necessarily kind of match what he said. Like, if you're going to spin something, the spin machine. Let's see what she actually posted from the interview. She's annoying as fuck, by the way.
Georgia primary, who did you vote for?
In the Georgia primary, I didn't vote for anybody. I voted, but I didn't vote for anybody.
You didn't
the
vote?
race was already over when the primary got here.
But you didn't vote for Donald Trump?
I didn't vote for anybody.
Why not?
Because the race is over with.
He's saying why he didn't.
Wow. That's pretty interesting.
What does that have to do anything? Why is that
I wanted
news?
to go vote. I always try to go vote and, play a part in it. But look, at that point, it didn't really matter. I've said for a long time, as you know, I'm going to support the ticket. That's what I'm doing now. And We have a lot of races on the ballot here in Georgia.
So she was implying that she wasn't going to support Donald Trump in the race when he specifically said he's going to support the ticket.
Not just the presidential race. You know, we got a lot of my friends and partners in the General Assembly, and I'm focused on holding our majorities and making sure we turn out the vote for the whole ticket all the way to the top.
But there were a lot of other Republicans who came out and voted in that primary and voted for Donald Trump. So I think it would be pretty interesting for them
She's
to hear
trying to drive
why
a
you
wedge.
didn't feel the need to vote for him or didn't want to.
Well, it would be, for me personally, politically, I mean, it'd be interesting if I had a vote for him, be interested if I didn't, or be interesting if I didn't vote at all. But at the bottom of the line, it doesn't really matter. I mean, he was the presumptive nominee before the primary ever got here. I mean, I didn't support anybody in the race. I mean, I was thinking about it, but, you know, just because a lot of circumstances and the way things played out, didn't end up doing that, but said all along, for the most part, that I would support the ticket, and that's what I've always done. That's what I'm doing this November.
So anyway, and you know, Brian Kemp obviously has the issues with the trial going on, or the trial that's supposed to go on in Georgia and the aftermath of the 2020 election. But I think she's just trying to drive a wedge. All right, I'm going to move on here. And then the main topic, it is debate night. And I was thinking about some news that came out we talked about yesterday when DHS said that immigration encounters at the border are down 40% since Biden made his executive order. I was thinking about that because we talked about that yesterday, right? And after kind of paying attention to some other news about the 2020 election, the only reason that DHS made that announcement, whether it's true or not, and I have a very sneaky suspicion that it's a complete lie. But when they say down 40%, when they say down to 2,400 crossings a day, and saying it's down 40%, they wanted to give Joe Biden a talking point for this debate. And so they brought this shit out this couple days ago, saying they're down 40% since he made his executive order 10 days ago, which I think is bullshit. And so I went and looked up, you know, I was trying to look up, okay, well, how does that compare? How does that compare to when the guy with the funny hair was in office, right? And 2,400 encounters in a day was a record during the Trump administration. It was the highest amount of encounters ever occurred, not average for a month, ever occurring during the last administration. And it's more than double the average during the Trump administration. So what Biden did, he exacerbated the problem his first day in office. Gave the old, come on down, you're the next contestant on Get Across Our Border, and we'll just claim asylum and we'll put you up in a hotel. Okay? And so the people did. The people who are just intent on coming across our border illegally, including people from all over the world, they're going through the, $15,000 club, what do you call it? Club cartel of luxury package of crossing our border, including terrorists and a lot of Chinese nationals. And so the Biden administration exacerbates that day one. And then lo and behold, 3.5 years later, when they got to when he has to run for president again, I did something to fix it. The flow started when you rescinded all those executive orders from the prior president. And people are touting it like he's done something miraculous. And, it had all the influencers out there saying, oh, see, he did it without Republicans. Republicans won't give a bill, blah, 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 blah. I just have a question. Did Donald Trump need a bill? Did he need something from Congress? Did he need a new immigration policy to slow the flow of illegal crossings in the United States? I don't think he did. He kind of made it hard for them to do it. Now, here's the problem. Kara Soldier, if Trump is smart, he'll bring this up tonight. Here's the problem, though. Jake Tapper and Dana Bash are going to ask questions in such a way that Donald Trump isn't going to be able to say that. So anyway, it is debate night, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. And oh, by the way, the reason I mentioned that too is, remember in 2020 during the presidential race, there was a little news story by the New York Post about a certain laptop about Joe Biden's son Hunter, the coke-addled shitbag that he is, had left in a computer shop, right? And the New York Post had this story, and there was a big hubbub because the Twitter basically banned the New York Post for a temporary ban until they would not post that article. And over the last few days, we've discovered that not only did some of these people who signed on to, there was just before the debate, okay, the week before the debate, 51 former intelligence agents signed this letter saying, "Oh yeah, this is all the earmarks." That word was very particular. All the earmarks of a Russian disinformation campaign. Okay, and now we know that was a complete lie. But now some other things we're finding out is that some of those so-called former intelligence agents, personnel, many of them were contractors for the CIA still. They were still, now they weren't government employees, but they had their security clearances, they had all this other stuff. And also we learned that the Biden campaign adjacents asked them to produce such a letter claiming that this was a Russian disinformation campaign, has all the earmarks of a Russian disinformation campaign, specifically so that Joe Biden could use that as a talking point for the debate in 2020, the first debate. Remember when this came up and Joe Biden proudly said, 51 intelligence officials told you that was a lie, that the laptop was real. Well, now Secretary Mayorkas is also trying to give Joe Biden a talking point by stating, whether it's true or not, and I doubt it, and so do many border security people doubt it, that his executive order from 10 days ago is miraculously, in just a few days, has already had results lowering the number of encounters by 40% from 3,600 a day to 2,400 a day. Now, most people wouldn't have never looked up what that 2,400 a day means. Is that a lot? Is that a little? I don't know. No, the 3,600 a day that they were encountering is near record high ever in the history of the United States of America for illegal crossings. And the 2,400 a day is still about almost 150% higher than it was during the prior administration. And in fact, it equals the highest single stretch of immigration, illegal crossing encounters that would happen during the entire last administration. The very highest, not the lowest, not the medium, but the highest. And so Mayorkas basically was just trying to give Joe Biden a talking point for the debate. And I guarantee you, it's all bullshit. Now, it is debate night, but before I say that, Joe Biden, oh my goodness, Joe Biden has tipped us. Now, it's interesting because the total goes up a little bit, and it's, well, anyway, this is President Joe Biden, I'm saying.
Come on, man.
Has tipped a small bullet in the tip jar, and he says this, hey, guys, just checking in to let you know that problem I caused at the border, well, I made it somewhat less ostensibly. I did good. So Are y'all gonna vote for me now? Right? We're gonna save democracy. Hey, I have one word for you. Anyway, thanks, AD. Thank you for sponsoring the show. You are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day, Joseph Rahim Biden. Thank you, sir. You are the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. I don't know where that other 223 came from that you supposedly donated, but I'll take it. Thank you, sir. Good morning, Kevin S. How you doing, man? So anyway, it's debate night. Lots of things. I'm just going to go scroll through X, the app formerly known as Twitter, and see what people are talking about on debate night. Someone named Daniel Turner here says last campaign season, Joe Biden promised to launch a war against American energy. I guarantee we're going to end fossil fuel. 3.5 years later, Biden's energy agenda has led to a 46% increase in gas prices. So here's the clip he posted. Let's see.
I want you to just take a look, okay? You don't have to agree, but I want you to look in my eyes. I guarantee you, we're going to end fossil fuel, and I am not going to cooperate.
Well, now that's interesting. That's an interesting promise he just made there. He's guaranteed that we would end fossil fuel. How's that going? how's that going? Now maybe he meant in 8 years, because he sure hasn't done it in 4 years, and that would be the dumbest fucking thing he'd ever done. But anyway, as we scroll down, let's see, summary of now this is a Donald Trump parody account, summary of the Trump-Biden debate night tomorrow, but somehow I will still somehow 1 on 3 to destroy Crooked Joe and CNN. So here's a Trump parody showing how the debate's going to go tomorrow. Let's see how this is.
First question tonight goes to Mr. Frog.
Mr. Frog, why are you so evil? You have 1 second to respond.
Hello, Time's up, plus you're wrong. The next question is for our beloved and highly intelligent president. Why are you so amazing? You have unlimited time to respond. First question tonight goes to Mr.
That's probably right. Everyone waiting for debate night like that. Someone here says the outlaw wanted for president. Someone says debate night, CNN has rigged the debate in favor of Biden, but it won't matter. President Trump will wipe the floor with all 3 of them. I'm voting for the outlaw. That's the righteous crusader. Here's a preview that I saw earlier today, and I think this might even be more accurate. All right. Let me rephrase this. This one is going to be accurate in what's going on in Jake Tapper and Dana Bash's head, not what they'll actually say out loud. So let's do this one. And again, remember what I said here. This as though what's going to go on in Jake Tapper's head, not what he will blurt out on purpose.
Dana, what the hell did he just say?
Oh, wait, hang on.
How do you plan to stop the flow of migrants coming through our southern border? President Biden, go ahead. You have 2 minutes.
She knows so long as she was denied, our freedom can never be secured.
Dana, what the hell did he just say? I think the drugs might be wearing off.
Okay.
How do you plan to stop the flow of migrants?
I think that's accurate. I think that is accurate, although Jake will not say that out loud. I guarantee he won't say it out loud. Now here's somebody who doesn't like Trump. 5-time draft dodger. Trump's disrespect toward our military is well known, but calling the criminals who attacked our Capitol Police on January 6th unbelievable patriots is just disgraceful. Now is he saying that the people who attacked police were heroes? Or did he condemn that violence? In fact, on the day of January 6th, he tweeted out, and somebody read it out loud in front of that crowd, "No violence, respect our Capitol Police. They're here to help us."
Well, thank you very much. And you see the spirit from the hostages, and that's what they are, as hostages. They've been treated terribly and very unfairly, and you know that, and everybody knows that. And we're going to be working on that soon. The first day we get into office, we're going to save our country. We're going to work with the people to treat those unbelievable patriots, and they were unbelievable patriots. And
okay, so that's why they don't like Donald Trump. We'll scroll down here. Let's see what's this. If you're brave enough, drinking game for the oh, good Lord, drinking game for the presidential debate. Trump's mic is muted. Drink. Biden says, "Come on, man." If he says, "Come on, man," drink. Let's see. It says, let's see what you can add in here. Add it more in the comments. All right, let's see what people have added onto this. Biden Trump drinking game. Come on, man. I'll be drunk 15 minutes in. Let me be clear. Oh, that's going to be one. Except that's not Joe Biden's line. That's just, what's her name? Latrine, whatever. Jean-Pierre, the very French-sounding Muppet. We're going to be shifting 20 minutes. I think for the sanity of all of us and for our poor lives, we need to take a shot or drink every time they say something logical. Otherwise, we'll all be blackout drunk after 5 minutes. Oh, that's probably true. Anything else? A shot every time Biden mumbles? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You will be dead. Better get an IV before he starts. So anyway, yeah, I think I maybe, oh gosh, should I just break out a bottle of whiskey and do a drink? Oh no, I don't want to look like Ricada. can't do that. Anyway, let's see. Raise your hand if you plan to watch Joe Biden demolish Trump with facts at tonight's debate. Oh my God, yes, I'm sure that's what's going to happen. Oh, here's another preview of the debate. Here's a good one. Here's a preview of the debate.
I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun.
Okay.
I got hairy legs.
All right, that's a debate preview. That's a good one. Okay, let's see what else. The fact that a person being allowed to seek the highest office in the land with 34 felonies will never not be weird to me. Well, if you followed the case, you know it was all bullshit, lady. There are literally blue-collar jobs that have way more strict requirements for employment. Well, you haven't gone through the appeal process yet. Then they're saying Trump did this to America. Do not normalize him. Well, you know, what they don't show is the fact that the Capitol Police were beating people with batons and firing flashbangs into the crowd. And that's kind of what got things started over there. Let's see. Who is this? Good morning. This is Sarah Carter. Good morning from Northern Virginia. I'm just miles from our nation's capital. And of course, everyone is anticipating the Trump versus Biden debate tonight. President Trump will obliterate Biden's record as president. Why? Because facts are facts. Okay, I'm not going to play the video. Oh, here's why Joe doesn't want a live audience. Here's a good one. Let's do this one with what's her name? Not Megan McCain. Whatever the fuck her name is, Megan something. Megan Kelly.
One of the things people love about you is you speak your mind and you don't.
Now, I hate questions that start like this. For either side, I don't want questions. Oh, what people like about you and people, or how do you feel? But anyway.
Use a politician's filter. However, that is not without its downsides, in particular when it comes to women.
Oh, this is
women
I
you
know
don't
what this
like
one is.
Fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
No, it wasn't.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, that's why they don't want that is why they don't want an audience, because they'll see the difference. Let's see here. What's this one? Oh, that's the same one. It's going to be must-watch TV. Who else can't wait for this debate? Let's see what this one is. It's meme time on the show. All right, here's another one.
He wants to shut down this country, and I want to keep it open. And we did it. Shut it down. Wait a minute, Joe. Let me shut you down for a second, Joe, just for 1 second. I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. You could never have done the job that we did. You don't have it in your blood. You could have never done that job. I know how to do it.
Kevin, I see that breaking. Joe refused drug test before the debate. Seaman doesn't even show up. Good Lord. Yeah, I don't think the whole drug test thing, I know that that was never going to happen. That was never going to happen. Anyway.
I know how to get the job. Well, you didn't. It's on the ballot in the court. I don't think so. In the court. Well, there's nothing happening there. Donald, would you don't know her now. Make sure you, in fact, let people know you're a senator. I'm not going to answer the question because the question is.
Now, let me. This is not going to happen in the debate, and I'm going to show you why. I think I have this open. Maybe I don't. It was. Maybe they don't have it here. Oh, they must have. The order must have changed on these. Anyway, CNN was talking about their debate rules. Did I have it over here? Maybe it's this one. Come on. Oh, here it is. And this is our daily Krasenstein, by the way. It doubles as a daily Krasenstein. Ed Krasenstein tweeted or whatever, said, "I think tonight's debate between Trump and Biden desperately needs this. I'm glad they're implementing it." Now, remember, when they say they're not going to allow them to talk over each other, remember, it also is not going to allow Joe Biden to talk over Donald Trump. But here's the CNN touting some of their rules for the debate tonight.
If we go behind the podiums, you can see 2 green lights.
Oh, 2 green lights, not just one, but 2.
They signal to the candidate his microphone is on. When the green lights are off, they signal to the candidate his microphone is off. Now I want to give you a sense of what it will look like for viewers at home if a candidate whose microphone is off
any crosstalk because
candidate.
they know Donald Trump would dominate any crosstalk. Okay, so here's what they're doing to eliminate crosstalk.
Whose microphone is on. So I'm standing at one podium, and I'll ask Phil to come in and take the other podium. And so let's say I'm answering a question. My light is green, and I'm speaking. Phil's microphone is off, and his green lights are not illuminated. He's going to interrupt me as I'm speaking, and this is what it will sound like. My volume remains constant, while Phil's interruption can be difficult to understand.
Let's try the opposite. My microphone
Well,
is now
let's
on.
try the
Victor's
opposite.
microphone
Yes.
is off.
Let's
and
do.
He's going to interrupt me. My volume remains constant, while Victor's interruption can be difficult to understand. Now, CNN's production team has shared this demonstration with the campaigns earlier today, and we're sharing it with you, our viewers, so everyone fully understands how tomorrow night will work. Now, we should note, by agreeing to participate in this debate, both campaigns and candidates have also agreed to abide by these rules.
You know who's not going to abide by those rules, though, because their mics will not be muted? Jake Tapper and Dana Bash. So I want to count the interruptions that they do to Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. That's what I want to count. Because I guarantee you they will be debating Donald Trump in real time, but they will not debate Joe Biden. They will give him a pass on all of his bullshit. So anyway, that's their touting the debate rules. All right. So enough about the debate. My plan is to live stream the debate or go on someone's live stream. I will post on social media. I will post on Twitter, X, and YouTube. Like I'll do one of those community posts on YouTube and on Locals, exactly what I'll be doing. But I know that I'm going to be watching the debate, just with whom and whether or not it'll be with you exclusively or with somebody else. I'll let you know. But we'll. My plan is to somewhere be live watching this debate, commenting as it goes on. All right. Let's get into a couple other things that we can finish out here with the news and politics. The New York Post, famed polling expert Nate Silver makes Trump a heavy favorite to beat Biden in November, it's not even a toss-up anymore. There's a clear frontrunner in the 2024 presidential race, according to the renowned election analyst and statistical guru, Nate Silver. Now, that's generous, and I'm talking about him, statistical guru. But the data maven unveiled his quadrennial model Wednesday and started off by giving former President Donald Trump a 65.7 chance for victory over President Biden. Now, remember, Nate Silver didn't predict him in 2016. But anyway, Silver's current projection, based on 40,000 simulations run through a model, predicts that Biden, 81, is likely to edge out Trump, 78, in the national popular vote by 1/10 of a percentage point. However, the all-important Electoral College Silver's model has Trump receiving 287 electoral votes, just over the 270 needed to win the House, or win the White House. So that's interesting. I don't believe Nate Silver. I think he's stupid. Anyway, also, though, the Washington Post poll, Donald Trump stronger than Biden on protecting democracy? What? Former President Donald Trump is the stronger candidate to protect democracy, a Washington Post poll found Wednesday, undercutting the Biden campaign's leading re-election pitch. Polling of 6 swing states that President Joe Biden won in 2020 shows that voters believe Trump is a greater defender of democracy than Biden, outpacing the current president by 11 points. Now, I don't know if they're using this word correctly, because I always thought democracy meant Democrats in power. So that I'm a little confused here. Usually, especially when Democrats or left-wing outlets say, "Well, he's a threat to democracy." Oh, he's a threat to us, our people in power, right? Is that what you mean? Anyway, that's interesting that the people aren't buying the bullshit about democracy. Oh my God! In the Federalist didn't refresh. That's great. Come on, man. Now this is humorous too. So Hillary Clinton is so confident Joe Biden will win the first debate this week that she's urging voters not to watch after patting herself on the back at length for allegedly co-producing a musical about women voting. Hillary Clinton finally got the real reason she was once again disturbing America's inner peace. She wanted to tell everyone how they don't really need to watch the debate Thursday between President Biden and the man she lost to 8 years ago. In a wince-inducing op-ed for the New York Times this week, Clinton declared herself singularly knowledgeable about how the face-off between Biden and former President Trump should go. Quote, "I'm the only person to have debated both men, Mr. Trump in 2016 and in the 2008 Democratic presidential primary race, Mr. Biden," she wrote. I know the excruciating pressure of walking onto that stage, and that it's nearly impossible for me to focus on substance when Mr. Trump is involved. Well, that's your problem. Maybe you should have had a man up there. Anyway, she went on to inadvertently humiliate herself, writing of Trump, "It's nearly impossible to identify what his arguments even are. He starts with nonsense and then digresses into blather, and expectations for him are so low that if he doesn't literally light himself on fire Thursday evening, some will say he's downright presidential." Well, again, you lost to him, bitch. Oh, did I say I said that out loud, didn't I? I'm sorry, YouTube. Anyway, again, this is the person that Clinton lost to, against all odds, with all of the media, all of Hollywood, all of Washington at her back. If Trump is really so incoherent, the op-ed should have been headlined, "He's the stupidest person on earth, and he kicks my ass." So anyway, you can read the rest of that in the Federalist. Another one that did not refresh, apparently, is this one from the New York Post. Adderall, Botox, and a B12 shot in the butt. Why Trump's claim that Biden will be pumped up on drugs for debate isn't so far-fetched. So a lot of left people on X, the app formerly known as Twitter, are really complaining a lot about the fact the whole drug test thing, and that people are suggesting that Joe Biden will have some Adderall pumped into his system and B12 and shit. And, I wish they would stop. You'll be able to tell if Biden's a little more energetic than normal, and when that stuff wears off, if it happens. I just don't know that, I can't guarantee that both of them don't do that shit. A lot of them travel a lot. They have to be able to be on their, on their best after thousands of miles of travel and whatnot. I don't know. But Biden, it doesn't matter what he's on. It's going to wear off in that hour and a half. And we're all going to see it in real time. So just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I don't know that song at all. I've never seen Frozen. Anyone here? Okay, if you've seen Frozen, put a 1 in the chat. Anyway, former President Donald Trump has claimed that President Biden will be pumped up on drugs to enhance his performance at Thursday's debate, including getting a big fat shot in the ass. His assertions have been dismissed by some segments of the media as campaign bluster, but private doctors to the rich and famous tell the Post that VIPs often use drug cocktails and other treatments to give themselves an edge before they take the spotlight for a big event. These can include everything from peptides, infusions for a boost in brain function, and Botox to avoid a sweaty brow, and Adderall to enhance focus, and yes, sometimes even a shot in the butt. So it's not unheard of, and I'm sure they do it, but, who cares? All right, moving on. PJ Media, there's another one here. You'll never believe who Biden is using now to buy votes in November. There's tension inside the Biden cabal between White House officials who want to soft pedal oil sanctions on nasty foreign producers like Putinist Russia and Islamist Iran, and Treasury Department staffers who have a soul. Wall Street Journal reported on Wednesday that Biden wants to keep gas prices stable ahead of the election by encouraging oil to flow into global markets. And if that means imposing softer than expected sanctions on major oil producers like the two nasties mentioned above, then so be it. He's using his office to win an election in the final year of his election, things he could have been doing his entire presidency. He could have made whatever those immigration restrictions in the first 6 months of his presidency, but he waited till the last 6 months. He could have done things to ease the price of oil in the first 6 months of his presidency, but he waited till the last 6 months of his presidency. He's trying to push bills for this, that, and the third in the final 6 months of his presidency that he could have pushed in the first 6 months of his presidency. Joe Biden is full of shit, and we're going to see it in the debate stage tonight. Anyway, that's funny though. He's doing the same thing. He's trying to buy the thing with the student loans. Now that just came up in the last year. Everything he's doing now is like desperation to buy votes from people who are just sick of his ass. So, enough said. Moving on. PJ Media also says Democratic strategists actually admit that Biden's record is garbage. Let's see. When the president seeks re-election, it stands to reason that he will run on his record of accomplishments to convince the voters to support him again. Top Democrats are warning Joe Biden's campaign not to do that. And are, according to a report from This is CNN, urging him to spend more time going directly after former President Donald Trump and less time, if any, pointing to the president's policy record. The reason they claim is that talking about Biden's policy achievements is not resonating with voters. Oh, I wonder why. Oh, because your record sucks. So anyway, you think he wants the credit, but is not working. One top Democrat who recently shared concerns about the campaign said of Biden, he needs to stop speaking on the condition of anonymity to describe private conversations with the campaign. Four sources close to the White House said they've urged Biden camp to go on the offensive on the economy, using time on the debate stage to challenge Trump's cozy relationship with corporate America and the inflationary nature of his proposed policies. Biden, Trump square off in the first presidential debate. The other thing too. Remember the 51 intelligence officers, just before the 2020 debate. Well, what was it this week? Where the 16 Nobel Prize winning economists say that Biden's economic plan is way better than Trump's. Trump's will cause more inflation and more of this and more of that. Gee, that has echoes of 2020 pre-debate bullshit that came out in the media. So all these different agencies are just suddenly, they're touting all these great things that Biden did or the results, which, you know what I want somebody to ask in the debate? I want Donald Trump to ask Joe Biden, You passed an infrastructure bill that you're very touting, which was really just a Green New Deal bullshit. Hey, how many electric charging stations have you put together since because you passed that the first year in office? How many electric charging stations have we built under your infrastructure bill? Yes. Oh, what? Four, and they're all in one state? Oh, okay. Hey, I got another question. That infrastructure bill, $48 billion for rural internet service. You're going to get everyone connected. You're going to have the internet service everywhere. How many people, how many households in the rural areas of the United States of America have you connected to the internet with that $48 billion? What? Zero? Come on, man. Hey. So anyway. That I guarantee you that's not coming up unless Donald Trump brings it up. All right. Let's see. Donald Trump's handicap match. The liberal media won't let this be a fair fight. I have several other articles and links, but I got to go, guys. But there are more articles on tonight's debate, and I'm sure there'll be plenty tomorrow. Oh boy, they'll be out in force tomorrow. But I have several articles that I'm not even going to tell you about. You just got to look in the links, which I will drop in the chat and in the description of both Rumble and YouTube for this live stream / video, which you will find there. So I got to go, guys. Appreciate you being here. I will announce sometime during the day where I will be tonight, and I will announce that both on YouTube, X, and Locals. If you are following me in those places. All right, that's it. I got to go. It's abrupt, but sometimes that's how it is. My name is Dawg Knight. Those links will be in the chat in a moment. I am out of here. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and thank you for watching today on the Dawg Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.